Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about a very nice Hindi word called aukat. Well, I'm not going to talk exactly about that, but trying to be humble in the market is extremely useful because it tells you that you should have your expectations vis-a-vis the effort and resources that you're willing to commit to the reward that you want. There is one very simple reason why most of us can't get the returns of a Buffett or a Mukesh Ambani, simply because for them what they are pursuing is a full-time profession or full-time business. We are not willing to do that. We want to spend a little bit of time, watch a little bit of television, read something on social media, and create a portfolio which gives the same returns as Buffett or Mukesh Ambani. Now look at it this way: if I play cricket for about 1 hour a week, I can't be a Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar in his peak playing time, or Virat Kohli or any of the current players, would be practicing for 7-8 hours, spending time in the gym, building up their strength, building up their resources, putting in so much of resources, monetarily, time wise, effort wise, everything, and then they achieve the kind of results which they achieve. Now if you are not willing to put that kind of effort, you should not expect that kind of a return, right? Whatever it be, whether it is investing, whether it is business, whether it is cricket, doesn't matter. The game doesn't matter. What we are talking about doesn't matter. What matters is how much effort are you willing to put in, and for that kind of effort, what kind of a reward will you get. In reality, this sounds very simple, but in theory this sounds very simple, but in reality people have very high expectations from equity. A year when you've got 60% return, people think next year will again be 60%. And I have no way to know whether the market will do that or whether the market will crush you with a minus 20% return. Something will happen, that's what happens. So the question is, how humble can you be to say, I don't know where the market is? Because today if interest rates were to go up, would you put all your money into debt? The answer is maybe it will go up further. We don't know. If it goes down, we don't know whether it will go down further. What happens if India gets into the MSCI index and interest rates go down even further? Then your expectation from equity has to also dramatically go down. So being humble enough to understand that you don't understand the market movement is, I think, step number 1 towards getting good returns in your overall portfolio. Because what returns you get in your equity portfolio does not matter unless equity portion is very high. If somebody like me who is at 90% equity returns will matter. But for somebody who is at 20 to 30% equity, it won't matter. And I'm not asking you to change your asset allocation because equities are going to do well. But I'm just saying that overall impact and overall return on your portfolio is far more important than the equity return that you're getting. So if you get a decent return in your debt and if you get a decent return on your equity, your life is made. Especially if your total requirement is 7% or 8%, I'm sure you can do with 70% debt and 30% equity. But if your return expectation is higher, you may have to take higher risk and you may not be capable of taking higher risk. This is exactly when humility comes into play. To have a happy life, it is very important that you should learn some of the basic things which perhaps our parents or grandparents or somebody should have taught us. One is delayed gratification. We all know the famous marshmallow test. I'm not talking about it. If you Google, you will know what is this marshmallow test. Study well or whatever, find a good career, earn well, and then live frugally enough for the extra money that you have to create wealth for you. Now, when I'm saying frugally enough, it means if you're very young and you come from a not very privileged background, yes, you will have to tremendously compromise on the things that you can buy, can't buy, because your saving has to come out of consumption which you have not done, right? So that money has to go and create wealth for you. But if you come from a privileged society where your father and parents and grandparents have all created wealth, then you need not be that frugal. You already have that privileged background. Now that's great. Now look at it this way. Everybody talks to you about the patience that is required in creating equity assets over a long period of time, but you not knowing what the market will do and accepting that we don't know what the market will do, accepting that there is a huge element of risk and there is a huge element of luck in what we are doing. Understanding all this is very important. So reading a Taleb is very important. Understanding that this is like going into a jungle and spotting a tiger. It's not your skill, it's your luck. So knowing how much is your skill and how much is your luck is very, very, very important, right? Everybody talks about the patience that is required in equity. Yes, of course, patience is required in equity, but you also have to understand that most of the money that any of us make is because there is some reason because of which some good share falls, right? So could be March 2020, could be even later when some shares, like say Tata Power got pulled out of the index, and therefore a share which I thought was fairly valued at $80 or $85 suddenly fell down to 30 because it has gone out of one index. So at 30 it was such a great buy that Tata Sons also decided to buy some shares. So it was a very great signal to be buying. And now today it is at 240 rupees when I am recording this video, maybe 250 rupees. The question is it a great buy at this price? Or more importantly, now it has entered the MSCI index, will it again go up by 8 times? The answer is we don't know. We don't know whether the market will go up, whether the market will go down. But if you don't have enough cash, if you don't have enough gold, if you don't have enough short-term bonds, if you don't have enough money in ultra-short bond funds, you will not be able to get the benefit of say a 20% fall. If the market were to fall from 61,000 Sensex to 48,000, you won't have enough money to put in. So your patience will help that you did not have to sell it and the market is down. But if you were humble enough and if you had enough humility to hold cash, gold, short bonds, etc., you would have had the opportunity to buy more also. So you knew that you didn't know when the market will fall. You thought it will fall, and therefore you were sitting on these assets. So the patience of equity is already spoken about enough. The humility to hold cash and bonds and gold, so that on the day when you want to actually move in full, like March 2020, you should have the resources. What is the point in saying I'm fully invested but I don't have a problem because I don't care if the market has fallen, I'm not going to sell? Great, that's fantastic. But the fact that you did not have enough gunpowder to fire is also going to hurt you, saying, oh, I wish I had more cash so that I could invest. So having the humility to know that you need to do asset allocation, or to say I really don't care, even when an opportunity shows itself, I may not be able to buy. That's also fine, but at least have the humility to accept that I don't know what is going to happen with interest rates. I don't know what is going to happen with equity prices. Can it go up higher from here? Maybe yes. Selectively, some shares might go up, some shares might go down, right? You do not know which industry is going to go down or which industry is going to go up. With all these uncertainties, sitting on cash is not a bad idea. However, what happens now is the huge, humongous peer pressure. Everybody will tell you, arey, you've got so much money sitting in cash, it is earning nothing. Exactly. I don't expect it to earn anything. I expect it to just protect itself. Not even against inflation. I am waiting for an opportunity to buy, therefore I have cash. Here I am not telling you my personal position, I am just trying to tell you that therefore it requires a lot of humility to be in asset classes in which others are not there, which could be gold, it could be crypto, or crypto is something which everybody is there without understanding what's happening. It could be cash, it could be ultra short bond fund, anything. But like I said, the two parts to it, the patience and the humility. The patience cannot be taught, humility cannot be taught. So please be humble about your expectations from the market. Be humble that we don't know where the market is. 6 months later, we will know whether the market was high or low. 6 months later, if the market is at 70,000, you'll say, wow, 62,000 was a great time to be buying. 6 months later, if the market is 56,000, you'll say, oh God, what an opportunity I missed. We all after the event we look great. Hindsight, like they say, is 2020. Don't have that. Have patience, have humility, and like I said, it can't be taught, it has to be learnt. Thank you.